It is important for us as a continent, as we put policies and processes and laws together to ensure free movement of goods and services and people, we need to make sure that we create the social safety net to make sure that nobody is left behind. Once we do that, we have a big market of 1.2 billion people to be able to create opportunity that drives wealth to the rest of the population. As financial services institutions, we need now to be ready to allocate capital to people that are ready to create goods and services for delivery to majority of the African places. Right. So you now need to be able to say, come to a bank and say, you know, my market is not just Rwanda. My market is Africa. I produce island tea. Right. And the bank should look at you and say, yeah, how many people drinks island tea? It's not just Rwandese, it's all people across Africa. It now makes it easier for the man from Rwanda to call his counterpart in Nigeria and say, you have 200 million people there. I have ability to produce tea from here. Can I send to you? Can you sell on my behalf? Can we shake across the divide and create business opportunities that the businessmen in Nigeria, the businessmen in Ghana, the businessmen in Togo can connect to businessmen in East Africa, businessmen in Southern Africa, and businessmen in Northern Africa. Right. To start scaling that opportunity. It is when we do that that we'll be able to create big businesses like Unilever, which is handshake between Lever Brothers and Unimargarine of Netherlands. If you talk Unilever today, it's a very big business. But it is not only one country. It is a business that crosses across countries. If we can start scaling up our companies that way, because the market they are serving is scaled up, then we have the ability to create large businesses. That is how wealth gets created.
I want you to help me make a case here, right?
Yes.
And again, I understand you're a man of very many hats, of course, being at the helm of Ecobank, but also a Nigerian at the same time. We've not seen the commitment towards the AFCFTA from President Buhari, but we also understand that this is something that you're currently looking at in the country. So tell me, do you, as the private sector, actually think that Nigeria could benefit more from this trade bloc as an Africa trade bloc, other than just the oil market that is thriving in the country?
Okay, here is the way I look at it.
Right.
As a market, Nigeria is 200 million. So what it can serve, what its businesses can serve, is 200 million people. As an Africa, it's 1.2 billion. What it can serve and what its businesses can serve is 1.2 billion. So I believe that a continental free trade area is a win and a plus for all of us, including Nigeria. Because it then means that a small business in Nigeria can have the opportunity of working with another small business in Rwanda, and small business in Kigali, and small business in everywhere. So I believe Nigeria will sign. After all, Nigeria is one of the first signatories to the African Union. It was then OAU. Nigeria is one of the first signatories to the ECOWAS and the need for sub-region. I believe the history of Nigeria mandates that it rise up at this moment and support something that creates not just for kids of today, but opportunities for the continent for tomorrow.
Let's come back to banking. Right. We also understand that Ecobank is currently running the digital strategy and inclusive banking. I want you to give me a synergy, to show me where the synergy is for the Pan-African banker. How do we create opportunities for an African market at this particular moment with this strategy of yours?
So the way it is very simple. A business person that wants to leave Accra, that wants to go and buy goods and services in Benin Republic, Today, we'll have to carry cash and go to Benin Republic, change the money, and buy its goods and services. The technology that we have enabled that business person to go with his phone, not with his cash, and be able to make payment instantly anywhere in 33 markets where we are. That is powerful. It is powerful because no longer do you need to take the risk of carrying the cash. No longer do you need to be able to say we don't know who you are. No longer do you need to get, to be searched at the border and all that. But you can now actually make the payment. And remember, this is just the beginning. As you are able to pay when you are there, you are then also able to pay when you are at home. So the need to actually physically travel to Benin to pick the goods is no longer there because you can actually make the order and actually get the order fulfilled because the means of payment now exists. There will be no Uber without ability to pay electronically. There will be no Amazon without ability to pay electronically. Those things now exist. And what Ecobank has done is to make it now ubiquitous, available, not only to the rich, but also to everybody. And let me give you an example of what I think everybody, because when we talk digital, everybody talks, this big banking, smartphone, and all of that. I am very proud of what my colleagues in Togo has done to partner and create opportunity for what we call street children to be able to open an account instantly and to be able to be brought into financial services using the technology that we provided. See, every time we talk about big businesses and big people like you. But that day, the relevance of the bank in creating a better and different narrative for the youths of this continent